Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Hobby Hussy. Ice cream cone tumblers are all the rage right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to make it go a little bit faster. So I thought I could make a mold of the ice cream scoop and then make several of them. So this is how I do it. First, you sculpt the master out of polymer clay, and then you make a mold of that master. And this is how I make a mold. I cut a piece of foam board just big enough to cover the ice cream scoop. And then I find a plastic cup. And this is probably the best option for an ice cream cone since it's round also. And make sure that the cup goes around the ice cream scoop with a little bit to spare. Glue the tumbler lid down to the foam board, and then I am gluing the cup down on the foam board. So carefully put the glue around the very top of the cup. And make sure this seats really well. Push it down. And then I go around it again with hot glue. We have to seal the edges really well because you don't want any silicone leaking out. And the silicone that I'm using is Smooth On's Mold Max 29NV. You don't have to vacuum degas that silicone, so that's why I chose it. And you have to weigh this silicone out. It goes by weight. I put in 10 parts of part A, and then you put in 1 part of part B. And I use a gram scale for this to get it as exact as I can, and I kind of messed up, so I had to add some more part A here. But it's all part of it. And you mix it up really well. And it needs to be a uniform color. That's how you can tell when it's mixed. And now I'm using Mold Release, which is also from Smooth On. And you spray it once, and then you kind of brush it, and then you spray it again and let it sit for 5 minutes. And then you can put your silicone in there. And you kind of pick a spot on the edge, and you pour. And you pour until it's about 1/2 inch above the scoop of ice cream. And you let it sit for 4 hours until it is gelled. And now you have to release it from the cup. And I had to tear it to pieces, so don't feel bad if you've got to do the same. And here is the silicone mold, and it turned out pretty good. And now I'm ready to make my first casting. I'm putting Pearl X powder into the mold. Now you don't have to do this part, it's just a preference of mine. It makes the ice cream scoop look really shiny. And you can put other colors here because now that we're casting, you can cast this in any color you want. You can make a chocolate ice cream, or you can make vanilla or strawberry, or do a mint green if you like. Just whatever color you want to add to the resin. And I'm using Alumilite's Amazing Casting Resin Super. It goes from liquid to solid in 5 minutes. It's really cool stuff. And this is not the stuff that you use on your cups. It's not that epoxy. It's a different resin. And it cures white. And you mix part A and part B equal by volume, not by weight. And I am mixing, I think, 15 cc's of each side to go in this mold, and your mold will depend, on how big it is. This is how big mine is. Okay, now I'm pouring part B into part A. And it doesn't so much matter which part you pour into which part on this resin, because they're both about the same viscosity. So I mix it for 20 seconds, and this is a little different, guys. You have to mix it quickly. So 20 seconds you got here. And then I pour it into the mold, and you fill it all the way to the tip top. And then you let it sit for 5 minutes. It goes from liquid to solid in 5 minutes. And this is how I get it out. I had to cut the cup. And you kind of break it loose from the top, spread it out, and then you flip it over and you push it out. And there is my casting of an ice cream cone scoop. And this is what I've done with it. This is just plain, and this is with some gloss on it. And this is with some drips to look kind of melty. And this is with some hot fudge on it. And this is hot fudge with some sprinkles on it. But you can do whatever you want. You can cast it in any color you want, and you can put anything you want on it. And I am hoping that you can see the value in molding and casting your own ice cream cone scoops. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on The Hobby Hussy.